What's going on, guys? It's March909. In the last video we learned about a thing called if statements. In the video before we learned about variables. So now we're going to learn something new today and we're going to make a basic app. So we're going to hit, this is Xcode, version 8. Create a new Xcode project. Single view application. Don't worry about these guys. We'll get into them in future videos when you guys start learning a little bit more. My first app. Make sure your language is set to Swift and your thing's set to iPhone. Save it wherever you want. Just make sure this is not clicked. And hit create. Click main storyboard because we'll be making our UI interface, user interface. Make this full screen for y'all. This is where we set up our interface, the storyboard. This is a view controller, which is different views, basically different scenes in your game for making a game. So one might be a loading screen, like we could put hit here to start the game, then we'll go to a different screen, which would be the game. That's a little more advanced than we want to get into today. So we're going to go down here, put label. Before I put this on the screen, I'm telling you what we're going to do. Today we're going to make an app. I'm setting this to iPhone 6, by the way. Today we're going to make an app that says, we're going to label, we're going to have a button. Whenever the button's clicked, label, text, and color is going to change. And the button's text, the button, its text is going to change as well. We're also going to do constraints as well, which means when we use a different device, the objects are going to be in the same exact spot on those devices. It's called an adaptive device, basically. We're going to put it in the middle. Stretch it to the sides. Nope, I went a little too far. There we go. The blue lines say where you're at. Make it a little bigger. Middle. You can change your text type if you want. I'm just doing it to show you what you can do with it. Make it a little bigger. Make the line a little bit bigger just in case the text wants to go off. Hit character wrap. No, word wrap, which means if your label is going to automatically wrap your stuff, meaning if you have a lot of text in there, it's not going to be like all dots, which normally what it would be. You're going to do minimum font size, make it be like 11. That's the smallest font Apple wants in your apps. That's about it. You can put the other features if you want. Yeah, you can put background color too if you really want to, but I don't want that. Mark default. So now constraints. We're going to click this pen button, unclick this, up both sides. You could put a bottom constraint too, but if you're already pinned to the top, technically pinned to the bottom as well. Click height, so the height stays in place. Now we're going to do a button. We need a button on the screen, right? Button. I'm just going to place it in here. Click me. Oof, where's that? Oh, there's the center. So we're going to stretch this to the edges too. Make it a little bigger so the user could click it. That's really about it. I'll change the background color on this to pink. And then you want to do your constraints again, the pen. Same thing as we did before, height too. Boom. No error messages, so everything's looking good. But now we have our interface, but how do we change stuff with code? Well, these little circles that should pop up. I'm going to get rid of that for a second. So here's our code. I'm going to put a couple spaces here. Click on your label. You're going to control, click, and drag. Make sure it says outlet. I'm just going to say label. Just put lab. Same with the button. It's just outlet again, and type UI button. Button. Button 1, just in case you put more buttons in. Then in future tutorials, we're going to scroll down here. We're going to do the button again. But this time we're going to do action. Clicked button. Any object, you do UI button too, UI button. So now we can get rid of this. We can hit this button up here. Open the side view up again by hitting that. Hit view controller.swift. And we're going to close this out. So when the button's clicked, this is like an if statement. So this is saying, if that button's clicked, this is going to happen. Well, what do we want to happen when the button's clicked? Our label is like a variable. So this is like var label. This is a variable. See var label? This is a UI label. That's casting as a UI label, by the way. See this casting? See what I mean? We're learning stuff already. So the label is up here. Its name is label. We want the label's text to change. So we're going to type lab, since that's the UI label name. See the comes up? Okay. We're going to change the text. We type dot. If you scroll through here, you'll see the font. You'll see the UI color. You'll see text. Oh, text and text color. Oh, look at that. So we do text. Equals. Quotations marks as a string. The button was clicked. We saw the text color, so we can just text again. Oh look, text alignment, text color, draw text. We want text color. Yeah, you wouldn't do that. You do equals UI color dot. Let's do cyan. I like cyan. It's a pretty cool color. Cool. So when the button's clicked now, if the button's clicked, this is going to run. Meaning the label's going to change to this, and the text color is going to change to this. But we're not done yet. Now we're going to do the button. So the button's called button 1. So we're going to type button 1. Oh look, I knew what we're typing. Dot set title. This means it's going to be a string. So quotations. I was pressed. No. We're gonna do UI control state dot normal. Which means in a normal control state. Don't worry about this part yet. The button's a little bit more advanced than I wanted to get into in this video, but that's okay. Same thing, title color equals I think you can do it like this. So let's do brown UI control state dot normal. So what's going to happen is when the button's pressed, the text is going to change to I was clicked, and the color is going to change to cyan. But also the button's title is going to say I was pressed, and it's going to be a title color. So this is basically a big if statement. I do want to show you one more thing, so we'll do that real quick. Main.storyboard. We're going to pull this up real quick. I'm going to get rid of this sidebar because it's in my way. So, you see these dots here, which means it tells you what's attached. The label's attached here. As you see highlights, I'm going to do that. That's attached down there. And this is attached down here. If the dot's not filled in, meaning there's something here, but it's not attached to anything in the storyboard, which causes a lot of mistakes later in your code if you don't catch it. But we're gonna run it. Hit the little play button up here, and it's running the code. A lot of folders in my background, don't mind those. Okay, this is what we have, label. Let's start click me. The button was cracked. Clicked. I was pressed. No. See runs. See, it's when you hit command and the arrows, everything stays in place. Which is good. That's what we want. We have little errors down there, but it's okay. We're not worrying about those right now. They're not really bad errors, but they're errors. That's really it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It's been March 9, and I am out. Peace.